Welcome to Loadspace, the new monthly show bringing you the latest news, views and opinions that van and pickup truck drivers in the UK will want to know. Coming up, we'll be looking at the brand new Citroen Berlingo, the announcement that Vauxhall has built 250,000 Vivaros in 4 years. We'll also be diving into the top 10 best-selling commercial vehicles and digging into some new research that shows homeowners aren't allowing tradespeople to use their loos. All that and more coming up on Loadspace. The Citroen Berlingo has already been voted 2019's International Van of the Year by a panel of 25 independent experts and journalists, including the team at What Van. It's probably the most driver-focused version we've ever seen, being spacious, practical, it looks great and it's packed with tech. And the van itself is available in two lengths, medium at 4.4 metres and XL at 4.75 metres. Next up, Vauxhall, the UK's #1 commercial vehicle manufacturer of 17 years, has announced that it's built 250,000 Vivaros in its Luton-based plant since 2014. Now that's a major milestone for any manufacturer, and Vauxhall delivered their 250,000th Vivaro to BT, themselves having already purchased over 25,000 of the reliable medium vans over the last 14 years. Now the Vivaro has already proved itself to British tradespeople, with over 274,000 sold in the UK since 2001, with 14,000 of those already sold so far this year. So, congratulations Vauxhall. Now, onto the top 10 best-selling vehicles from last month. Top of the pile, and I'm sure a lot of you are already shouting it out, it's the Ford Transit Custom. Medium vans do not come much more popular than this one, and the new facelifted version looks better than ever and doesn't compromise on any of the key features that made the previous version a top seller too. Hot on its heels at number 2 is the iconic Ford Transit, and with a new version on the way in 2019, it looks like those two Fords could be cementing their spell at the top even further. Number 3, the Vauxhall Vivaro, 250,000 built in the UK and counting. Number 4, the VW Transporter. It's loved by camera crews and bands thanks to its low profile and easy to load back end. We've got a big name now at number 5, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, and despite the Ford Transit outselling it, industry journos are calling it the large van others should be measured against. At number 6 is our first pickup truck, the Ford Ranger. At number 7, our first small van, another Ford, the newest version of the Ford Transit Connect. Number 8 is another pickup truck, the ever-popular Mitsubishi L200, now even more capable that it can tow 3.5 tonnes. At number 9, we've got the Peugeot Partner, a small van with all new models set to hit the UK next year. And at number 10, another surprise, it's another pickup truck, it's the Nissan Navara. So, a few surprises, a few new entries, and a fair few places to start if you're looking for a new vehicle. Don't forget to let us know which one was your favourite in the comments below. And now this. A bunch of MPs have gotten together to call for the proposed ban on sales of new petrol and diesel cars and vans should be brought forward to 2032 to kickstart the uptake of electric vehicles. Right now, the government's plan is for all new cars and vans to be effectively zero emission by 2040, but the Parliamentary Business Committee has called the government's targets vague and unambitious and has criticised the recent cuts to subsidies and the general countrywide lack of charging points. Right now, we do seem to be caught in a bit of a pickle because EV vehicles are only really going to become a reality for trade people if the charging points are there, which they aren't yet because building them is in the hands of local councils. So it feels a bit like this group of MPs are getting on the government's case to hurry up and deliver. It's clear that we're on the cusp of the EV revolution. The infamous Ford Transit Connect, the electric version of it, is testament to that. But until the infrastructure and incentives are in place, switching your commercial vehicle for an EV might not make business sense just yet. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Next, the Dutch Reach could be coming to the UK Highway Code. But what is it? Well, it was created over 50 years ago by the Dutch, and the Dutch Reach is a way for a driver to open a vehicle's door and look out for cyclists and motorbike riders. Here's a video that we put together to show you exactly how to do it. Right, so I'm going to show you what to do when you don't use the Dutch Reach. Just use my right hand, open the door, bam, smack Chris off of his bike. That's not very nice. But the Dutch Reach, which I'm going to show you when Chris is back in position, use your left hand. You've got to reach across yourself, turn your body up. I've seen Chris, there we go. It's going to make it a lot more safe. Cyclists aren't going to be smacked off their bikes, and that's it. Dooring, the name given to when a cyclist is knocked off their bike by an open car door, was responsible for 474 accidents in 2015 alone. Perhaps most shocking is that between 2011 and 2015, there were over 3,000 people injured by dooring, 8 of them fatally. So practice the Dutch reach and look out for those bikers. And finally, new research is showing us the things tradespeople have not been allowed to do at clients' houses. 1 in 7 said they've not been allowed to use the loo, and 3/5 said they were never even offered a drink. Now, this research was pulled together by the team at myjobquote.co.uk, who undertook the research as part of an ongoing study into the experiences of tradespeople around the UK. Respondents were asked a series of questions about customer behaviour towards them while working in their homes. For example, they were asked if they'd ever been denied the use of a toilet in a customer's home, with 14% saying they'd been denied access. And over half of them admitted to having to leave the house to find a toilet or risk spoiling the carpet. And what about drinks? Well, 62% said there had been occasions where they'd never even been offered one, while 38% said that they were always offered a drink. I wonder what those guys are doing differently. Participants were also asked if a customer had ever watched them while they were working. 60% said this had happened to them, with 82% saying it was very off-putting. But the bit you'll love the most was the 29% who said that a customer had tried to offer them advice on the job they were doing. But it's not always the customers. Tradespeople were also asked about their behaviour when their customer was out of the house. 64% admitted that they'd watched TV on their lunch break. 39% had said they'd eaten all of their customers' biscuits, and 28% had even connected to the Wi-Fi. But perhaps my favourite was the 42% of people who said that they'd played with a customer's pet. Now, if you ask me, that's just good customer service. Well, that's all we've got time for today. Let us know in the comments below if you've experienced any strange customer behaviour when you've been working in their houses. And if you've got a view on any of the other stories we covered today, let us know too down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next episode of Loadspace. See you next month.